we're asked to solve this equation, which means we want x all by itself on one side of the equal sign. In this case, we're going to do it on the left-hand side. Now, before we get started, we have a lot of decimals here. And it's easier to work without the decimal points. So I'm going to multiply each and every term here by 100. And what is that going to do? Well, multiplying by 100 moves the decimal point 2 places to the right. So that actually is going to move the decimal points in each of them 2 places to the right, and I won't have any more decimals. So now I have 825x minus 1,756 plus 438x equals 2,586. So I've gotten rid of my decimals. There's still some fairly large numbers, but it's easier for most people to deal with those large numbers than it is to deal with the decimals. So the next thing I want to do is you see that I have two terms that have an x in them on the left-hand side, and I want to combine those two terms. So I want to add 825x and 438x. When I do that, we'll get 1,263x equals, not equals yet, minus 1,756 equals 2,586. Now, I want to move that 1,756 that's subtracted from the left-hand side. So I'm going to add it, the inverse of subtraction. I want to add it to both sides. And when I do that, I'm going to get 1,263x equals 4,342. Now, I have x multiplied by the number 1,263, and I really want x all by itself. So I'm going to divide by 1,263 on both sides. Anything over itself is 1, so I'm left with x on the left-hand side. And on the right-hand side, when I do that division out, I get, rounded to the second decimal place, 3.44. I got 3.4378. That rounds to 3.44. Why did I choose 2 decimal places? Because if you look in the original problem, in the original equation, there were 2 decimal places when we still had the decimals. And that tells me that I want to round to 2 decimal places for my answer.